Okay, it's President's Day tomorrow. Let me have my little piece of pie on my take on Happy President's Day, okay? First off, there's some history presidents that I have really felt love for. Abraham Lincoln. I've always been a big fan of Ronald Reagan. But when we're talking about my lifetime, okay, in my lifetime, it's Trump all the way. It's Trump all the way. Now, this is going to blow some of your guys' minds. You're going to be like, what? I did not vote for Trump. In the first election, buckle up. You sitting down? I voted for Hillary Clinton. Ah! I know. Calm down. Simmer down. I know. I don't know, guys. Listen, sometimes the Great Awakening happens at different times in our lives, okay? And for me, I'm just going to say I was Democrat. I'll admit it, that's where I was at in life. And when Donald Trump was elected, I've made videos about this before. I called my mom on the phone. I felt like I was going to cry. I wanted to wear a black ribbon around my arm in mourning because we elected this terrible man as president. And it was very quickly. But here's the deal with me. I would never have spoke out about it because I'm a patriot first. And that's who was elected. And I am a patriot first. I love this country first. And if the people of this country voted in Trump, that's the direction we go, regardless of what I thought or didn't think, okay? Patriot first. But that's how I felt inside. Now, we were living in Lockwood, Montana at the time, and I can tell you very, very quickly, I started changing my tune. And I was sitting there, and I looked at my son, and we were like, one of our favorite activities was to sit in the living room with the laptop and watch funny Donald Trump clips. He is the funniest president we have ever had in the history. He's the funniest, most entertaining president we've ever had. And we'd sit there and I'd be like, this guy's funny. I mean, you can say whatever you want about this guy, but he is hilarious. And then I started watching the horrible behavior by the left, which I had always been a part of. I had voted Democrat my whole life. And I watched the ugly, ugly, ugly behavior on this side. And with each day and with each ugly event, I started turning more and more and more to the right. And now I can honestly say, in my lifetime, I couldn't be prouder of a president than I am Donald Trump. Is he perfect? No. There's some things that he does or he says that I'm not down with. I'm not down with every single action and word that Donald Trump has. But overall, I am very proud of him. I think he's done wonderful things for our country, and I think he's fighting a beast that we know nothing about. And I'm not talking even just here on our soil. He's fighting a bigger beast than that. So anyway, on this President's Day, I honor Donald J. Trump.
Right on. Right on. And as you heard there, I mean, there are people still making their way through the smokescreen, believe it or not. People still making their way through the smokescreen. People who did not support Trump previously and thought he was crazy, he was a lunatic, believed the lies from the mainstream media, right? The propagandist media that are still waking up and realizing that, I've been lied to this entire time. This guy isn't who they say he is. And that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. I absolutely love it because, just when you thought, the exodus from the Democrat Party was over, it is still continuing to trickle. Excuse me. Not as fast as it was previously, right? And we've talked about that ad nauseum, like a whole lot in the past. But there's still a trickle going on. There's still a trickle effect of people slowly but surely leaving the Democrat Party because more and more folks are seeing these mother lovers are crazy, which is what you're about to see in this next clip. She's about to talk about something that happened not too long ago. I didn't talk about it because it was quite violent, what happened. But here it is. Check it out.
Devil's advocate here. I think I'm a Republican now. You liberals have literally pushed away any good person that was in your party. If you guys haven't seen that video that I just saw of those grown-ass men, those men beating down on that female journalist, they literally kicked her to the ground. Don't worry, by the time they see a judge, they'll identify as a woman so they can get out of being in prison with other men, actual men that's going to whoop their little bitch asses. I walked away from the Democratic cult years ago when I realized, like, holy shit, dude, y'all will just believe anything. And I went independent. But I think at this point, I think I've chosen a side. If any of you support that video, you're disgusting. If I knew how to stitch it, I would. I just don't know how yet. But at this point, y'all are done. You have proved it. You have proved that you are nothing but sore losers. All I'm saying is at this point, I see why Republicans are assholes.
The video she's talking about is of a young lady, if I remember this correctly, because it's been a while since I've seen it. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up. I'm not going to show it because this young lady is like a reporter, I believe. And I guess somehow, some kind of way, they find out that she actually supports Trump. And so this guy, this leftist, this extreme far leftist, just runs up and punches her and knocks her to the ground. And it's just like, whoa, what are you doing? Because she doesn't agree with your politics, you think that's okay? Let me see if I can find leftist, man. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. No. It's like on a sidewalk somewhere where it happens. And I'm like, yo, this is just ridiculous. And she's just like holding the camera, just walking away, and then bam, right to the face. And it's just, it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, that video, a bunch of clips are coming up, but not that one, which is kind of weird. Why that specific one is not popping up. Let me see something. Come on. Oh, no, he kicks her. He kicks her to the ground. Like, literally runs up. I can show y'all part of this, actually. Like, they're encouraging this extreme far leftist to punch this chick. Like, what? Y'all have absolutely lost the plot.
Punch her! Get her! Get her! Fuck this bitch! Fuck her!
Okay, so this is about the time that it actually happens. Throwing stuff at her. So this is where it happens. So as you can see, this guy literally sprints up and kicks her, and here's the aftermath.
Come on. Relax! Let her go. Even though she's not get away from me. What are you on? Hey, just go. Just get out of here. Hey, guys, don't let her go. Come on, boys. Él es infiltrada.
Just absolutely terrible people. Absolutely disgusting, terrible people that, you know, should be locked in a padded room. For sure. For sure. Because you didn't like the woman, you ran up and decided that you were going to assault her because you didn't like the way that she voted. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Punch her! Punch her! Like, what? We need to bring back insane asylums. There needs to be an insane asylum in every city. For sure. Because it's getting crazy out here.
Or are becoming assholes. It is so hard not to let out all of your demons just by simply being around some of you. Seeing what you guys morally support. All are literally disgusting. Like just now, not even a year ago, you were praising death and laughing at the death of those little girls that died in that flood. Protesting over some black guy that kicked some pregnant woman. Trying to free a dictator just because Trump got it. Forget the fact that Kamala and Biden had a $25 million bounty on the guy's head, but Trump did it, so he's the bad guy. Not that any of you care that I walked over to the Republican side, but I will say, you guys are like, you're losing any good person you had on your team. And I'm watching them all walk away. And the last thing I'm going to say is that little ass joke of a fucking man is lucky I wasn't there. Oh my God. He would have been picked. I would have made him pick his teeth out of my boots. I just can't wait till one of y'all fuck with someone like me. I'm a martial artist. I just can't wait till one of y'all fucking pick the day where you fuck with people like me out in the street.
Now, they pick their battles carefully. They pick their battles carefully. They know who not to mess with, right? They know exactly who not to mess with. And I actually showed you guys a video clip of a far leftist, and yes, I'm going to continue to call them far leftists because that's exactly what they are. He was messing with this guy's mother, and then the guy like showed up, and then he took off running. The guy like confronted him, like, "Yo, you messing with my mom?" You know, like getting in his face, and he took off running. But it was all fun and games when it was just his mom there, and he was yelling at his mom, telling the guy's mom that he's glad that her husband passed away and blah blah blah, just being extremely disrespectful. But as soon as the man showed up, the son, I don't want no problems. I'm running. I'm getting out of here. Or like that far leftist that was flipping off the camera, and as soon as ICE arrested his little behind, he's over there shaking like some booty meat, you know? Like, come on, bro. Stop it with the nonsense. These people are not who they say they are. Anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that. Shout out to that young lady there. Welcome over to the good side, this young lady. Well, shout out to both of them, right? Shout out to her too, though. Welcome over to the good side. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Now, make sure you don't keep them same habits that you once had before. All right? We don't need any more rhinos over here on this side, but glad to have more people on this side. It's always a beautiful thing to see people wake up and realize how terrible the left genuinely is, and that we weren't lying about what we were saying before when we were all talking about how terrible the left is, and the left accuses the right of what the left actually is or does. You know, we weren't lying about any of it. It's great. It's great. But y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.